right, here we are, back for more. Episode 7, Situationships. I'm your man, Saelah. And here we go, behind the scenes commentary. Let's get into it. Episode 7. Hopefully y'all are enjoying the journey. It's so awesome to write something and have your real life friends be a part of it. This is my brother, man, my bro Truth, Ryan Combs, the man, and so in this scene, Munchie, man, Munchie is so funny. That was ad lib too, by the way. But yeah, to have your real life friends support you and come through, I had to put my bro in it, and he is a star in his own right. But what happens in this scene is that Saelah is doing he's gotten a little bit more famous since the last time he did a show a few episodes ago, and now he's headlining his own show and his own poetry show, and people are coming to hear him and hear his words. So it's kind of a big night for him, and he's moved on. Shay's out of his life. He hasn't seen her in a while, and Ryan comes backstage to tell him that Shay just arrived. You know, when he really wanted her to, she didn't show up. But now that he doesn't want her to, she shows up. And now he gets nervous, and it kind of throws him off his game a little bit. But he's, instead of getting razzled, he says, "You know what? I got something for you." Y'all enjoying the show so far? Good. Y'all looking good? What y'all get yourself in? So, I was gonna do this piece that I just wrote, but instead, I think I'm gonna do something from this book that I'm writing. Here we go.
I found inspiration in the eyes of one who looks into the eyes of another. And it took a while to discover what lies in the cupboard or pantry of her heart would die in my oven. A Fahrenheit the flames of my love, and she changed all of a sudden. Changed into something so beautifully ugly. But I couldn't see she had eyes for another, 'cause I was inspired by the eyes of my lover, and nothing else mattered. See, I thought I found a muse in her, but I was just amusing her. And with every love gesture, I became her court jester, and she remained my queen. And the more I gave, she would receive. And the more enslaved I would be, and the price that I paid never mattered to me.
It's interesting too, you know, Saelah really hasn't seen her or had any communication with her in a few months, and first time that he comes into contact with her, it's like he tries his best to take a jab at her, you know, through his art.
Most men don't understand the difference. And every time I would mention to her that I'm different, she would smile with her eyes and solidify my position as friend.
So we see Shay get up, kind of like the last episode, you know. Saelah has this thing he does where he tries to speak, for lack of a better term, preach from the pulpit and speak directly to somebody through his art while they're there in the room.
I would have found my muse in her. Not simply amusing her, but with every love gesture, I will be made her king. And she will forever remain my queen. Thank you.
some really good writing, if I do say so myself. Man, shout out to Munchie, our favorite comedian. Um, he's another one who came through in the clutch, man. That role was actually for another person, but prior obligations kept him away, and he just stepped up. So now we see that Shay didn't get scared away like the other date from the other episode, but it looks like she just went to sign up for open mic. And it means so much to Saelah because this isn't really her thing. This is kind of our ode to Love Jones, but this isn't really her thing. But she knows that it's his thing, so she tries her best, a last-ditch effort to meet him on his court, so to speak. And so she embraces doing the thing that he does and doing the thing that he loves to do, to maybe open up the lines of communication and at least get to the point where she's able to say to him that she really is sorry. And it's kind of like in real life how I told y'all episode, I believe 5 it was, that the real life Shay eventually did come back around. And so here we see Shay try to come back into his life. No stronghold of Senate structure for you to find comfort. And this particular poem is not in the book. And the reason being is because, and this is also another one of my babies, one of the episodes that I wrote completely by myself. But, and the reason why I say that is because this poem is not in the book, but our director, Christy, wanted me to basically give Shay a voice, right? And I was like, well, what am I supposed to, so I basically had to write another poem for Shay. So I'm like, what am I supposed to write? And she said, just write what you would have wanted to hear at that time. And that spoke so much to me. So I was able to construct this poem for Shay. And we see Saelah is listening off stage. You can try and resell the fantasy that I sold to you to someone else, but when you do, make sure you do for them what I didn't do for you. And make sure you let them know up front that they're buying damaged goods. That's why the cost is so low. The value has diminished. I hope one day that you can believe me, that I never meant for this to happen. But regardless, my actions have brought us here. It's a Heartbreak Hotel at the corner of the boulevard of broken dreams and disappointment drive. Where hurt people, damaged people, damaged people. That's crazy too, in a situation like that. Like the audience doesn't even know that we're literally having a war with words. Please forgive me. So Saelah was like, man, I have to, I gotta say something. You know, he feels like he's gotta say something to her. He sees her from across a crowded room at the bar. My Brody, being a true friend. So he's trying to get to Shay, but it's like everybody, like people keep stopping him, right? That's DC, my bro.
Your piece was amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm so proud of you.
And you see, like, Saelah's really trying to get to the bar to talk to Shay. Did he make it?